On the streets outside Donald Trump's Florida mansion, supporters of the former US president are rallying. Like the man himself, Donald Trump's indictment by a Manhattan grand jury has divided the nation.
You can only lie so much. At some point it will catch up with you.
The former president is facing criminal charges following an investigation into hush money payments to porn star Stormy Daniels in the final days of the 2016 election campaign. Donald Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, claims he was told to give Ms. Daniels $130,000 to buy her silence and conceal the payment as a legal expense. After news of his indictment, Donald Trump issued an angry statement, accusing Democrats of lying, cheating and stealing, and then indicting an innocent person in an effort to thwart his 2024 presidential bid. So far, Donald Trump hasn't reiterated his call for protests in response to the indictment. But the barriers set up outside this court complex last week are still in place, and police are on alert. The former president is expected to leave his Florida compound and surrender to authorities in New York in coming days. It's likely the exact charges in this case will then be made public. Mr. Trump has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing, but the woman at the centre of the scandal maintains the pair did have a sexual encounter in 2006. Stormy Daniels shared her reaction to the indictment on Twitter, thanking people for their support and love. Senior Republicans have condemned the move against Donald Trump. Former Vice President Mike Pence called it an outrage.
And this appears to be just one more example, Wolf, of the kind of two-tiered justice system that the American people have had enough of.
A defiant Donald Trump is now appealing to his supporters to fund his legal defence.
And let's bring in Jade McMillan now, who's in New York. Jade, what happens next?
Well, Jeremy, Donald Trump's lawyers have indicated that he will surrender to New York authorities next week, with a court appearance potentially taking place on Tuesday local time. That will be an extraordinary moment in US political history to have a former president coming here. We expect having his fingerprints and photo taken and then appearing in court for the first time on these charges. Donald Trump is, of course, not just a former president, he is a declared candidate running for office again.
What does all this mean for the 2024 presidential race?
Well, Donald Trump insists that he won't be dropping out of the contest for the Republican presidential nomination. He is instead, at the moment, trying to use this to his advantage, especially when it comes to fundraising efforts. He does run the risk of turning off some Republican voters who are perhaps sick of the chaos and are looking to someone new in 2024. But Donald Trump does, at this stage, remain the leading candidate, and legally, as far as we know, even if he was convicted in this case, there is nothing stopping him from running or even returning to the White House.